Good afternoon and welcome back to the podcast. Welcome, YouTube. It's a fantastic feeling at Manchester United, a fantastic run, and hopefully that will help us and aid us as we look ahead to the FA Cup fixture against Chelsea. It's Manchester United versus Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-final, by the way, if you're unaware. We'll be giving our thoughts and our reviews on that game and what we expect to happen, the predicted XI, how Manchester United might set up considering all the injuries in our left back position in particular, as well as players needing to rest. So if you are into that, smash that thumbs up button, and please do consider leaving a sub if you're new. We make this kind of content all the time here on the channel, and it would really help the channel grow if you do subscribe, plus it's free. So I don't understand why 60% of you are not subscribed. But anyways, gentlemen, how are you doing after the Crystal Palace game, and how are you feeling going into this FA Cup game? What are your thoughts?
I'm feeling pretty good. I wouldn't say as good as I have felt as a United fan. And going into the FA Cup game, I'm a bit iffy because obviously I would love to win the FA Cup. It's just I don't think that's a priority, and I don't think that that's going to be good if we go full out for it.
And I'm feeling optimistic. I think Palace wasn't an easy game, but we got over it. We got the 3 points, and I think our Leicester and Chelsea have harder opponents in the league. So I'm very optimistic about us making top four. FA Cup, Chelsea. Well, how many times have we beaten Chelsea this season? 3 times. So we've got that.
And one was in a cup game, actually.
Yeah, I know we can beat them. The way they play, it's beautiful, it's attractive, but defensively they don't have the players to play that against a team like us. Especially if we're going to be countering and playing those long balls with Pogba. I think we could rip them apart. But I guess the question is, will the first team start? Should they rest? But with our first team, actually with most of our first team players, I'm confident we can beat Chelsea.
Well, look, I understand where everybody stands on top four, and I'm no different. You know, as a Manchester United fan, I just want to see us get back into the Champions League and get players like Jadon Sancho at the club and attract a new deal for Paul Pogba. And I think a big part of that, by the way, if you haven't heard, just a quick news update, Paul Pogba is in talks with Manchester United about a rumoured 5-year deal. But it all depends on the ambition of the club and the amount of money that Manchester United are able to put forward in the deal. And so I think things like top four become a priority because of that, because if we're in the Champions League and we're playing at the highest level in Europe, Paul Pogba will want to stay. That's what Paul Pogba wants to do. He wants to play in the highest. He wants to play at the highest level in any competition and win. And I think, look, whatever your opinion is of the FA Cup, I think it's important. I do. Not more important than making top four, but from the perspective of a young Manchester United team that's hopefully looking to turn into a title-winning team one day, I think it's very important that they start with the small things first. And you're in the semi-final of a competition, win it. You're in the semi-final of a competition, win it. It's as simple as that. It will give the team confidence. It will help instill the winning mentality that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is trying to win, because it's pretty messed up that in European football, top four, like getting 4th place in a trophy means more than getting 1st place in another trophy, especially when it's the oldest trophy in football. You know, it's weird. It's weird. And I understand the importance of top four, but I think it's very important that we beat Chelsea on Saturday if we do play a majority first team lineup.
I remember a few years back when we won the Europa League under Mourinho, and I remember, yes, we didn't win the title the next season, but I remember the next season, the start of the season, the confidence we came in with, and we had a little run. It really, really helped. So mentally, it'll be a big thing for the team.
Yeah, people don't understand what it feels like to win a trophy. I mean, I've obviously never played football at that level, and I never will, because, you know, that ship has sailed. But the feeling of winning a trophy, I'm sure, is one of the most magnificent feelings in football, because if you play at a team like Spurs, for example, you just don't know that feeling. You just don't know that feeling. And as a player, I think it's very important to lift a trophy, to have some confetti coming down, to have some fireworks, and it's going to be different without the crowd, obviously, but it's still a trophy, you know. You can still say, out of the 64 teams that started here, we came out on top. Sit down.
We win a trophy like the FA Cup, all the tickets are there. Man City's there, Liverpool's there, but we won it. So what does that say about us?
Exactly. And Also, look, this kind of feeds into the Europa League as well. For all the people panicking about top four, we still have the Europa League. It would be nice to play the Europa League in a relaxed environment where we don't necessarily need to qualify for Champions League, but we just want to win it because it's another trophy. I think it's important that Manchester United win the trophies that they're not meant to be in anyways. There's nothing more embarrassing than saying we shouldn't be in this trophy and then you still get eliminated. It's like, what? You shouldn't be in this competition, but you got eliminated anyways. Yeah. What do you mean? It's like Arsenal fans when they say we shouldn't be in the Europa League. I'm like, well, maybe you should when you listen to teams like Olympiacos. Maybe this is your level. Instead of getting battered 5-0 by Bayern every year. Yeah, man. How do you think the game will play out, though? How do you think both teams will set up? Chelsea have been very inconsistent by their standards, and I think at the moment, imagine Oli managed Chelsea. Lampard has shown a lot of faith in Giroud. I think every time Giroud has come on for Chelsea, he's actually been better than Tammy Abraham and that other guy.
Yeah,
Batman.
I think Lampard, his team selections have been fairly inconsistent. He's been experimenting with the squad recently, ever since lockdown. So I think no matter what Lampard picks, I think his players are probably in a better, energized way. I think that Lampard will have a stronger team than United. Obviously, I think if United had to play our first team, we'd beat them. But I think that, even if we have a blended team...
You just think they'll be more rested?
Yeah. And I think if United do play a blended team, or even just a full second team, I don't see United winning it.
It's going to be interesting, because we're talking about us resting, but then they have Liverpool, and they're still in fight for top four. So who knows? Yeah. They might rest. So that'll be interesting. In terms of who's going to play, I don't know if Giroud will play. I think Giroud plays against the smaller teams because they sit back so much, and he's something different to everything else they have. Against us, I think the pace on the ball and the quick movement he'd want, and I can see Abraham starting if he plays his first team.
I'd be happy if Abraham starts, because I'm actually worried if Giroud starts.
You know what's funny is that I'm not worried if Giroud starts because we've got Harry Maguire, who's one of the best aerial defenders in the world. If Giroud starts, I know that Harry Maguire won't get nutmegged and Harry Maguire won't get outrun on the counter. I know that's not going to happen. And I trust Maguire in the air because that's why we bought Maguire. If Abraham starts, then I'm worried because it's Lindelof and Maguire versus Abraham. And nowadays, with our fullbacks pushing up so far up the pitch, you just never know. But I just want to say that with all due respect to Chelsea, whether you want to call it our second team or our first team, we beat them 3 times without Pogba and Bruno. With all due respect. We beat them 3 times without Pogba, Bruno, and at some point without Martial even. Without Martial in that team. So it was just Rashford. And when I say just Rashford, I mean McTominay. Actually, no, McTominay wasn't there. It was Fred and someone else. Yeah, so with all due respect to Chelsea, we've beat you with our second team, our full second team, except Rashford.
The way we play really suits the way Chelsea play because they open up so much at the back and can counter them. And you saw with all the games, when we didn't have our front players, we did it and still won, but it wasn't easy. When we had our top players in the game in the season, we destroyed them on the counter. With Pogba with those long balls, Martial and Rashford, we finished them. So
yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I think whatever happens in this game, it's a positive for Manchester United because we get to learn something. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does play second team, I'll be like, go on then. Show us why you deserve to be in the first team. Show us why you deserve to be at Manchester United. I would love to see Mata play. I would love to see the likes of Mata play and be like, let's see what you have to offer. Let's see why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should be playing you against teams like Palace and against teams like Bournemouth and Villa. Let's see. Show us now in an important semi-final, whilst Pogba and Bruno can sit in a nice ice bath and get ready for the next game against West Ham. I would love to see that, but so it's very hard for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to disappoint me. The only way he can disappoint me is by playing a full starting 11 from the first minute till the last minute, and we only win like 2-1. That's the only way. Or we still lose.
Do you think playing Jesse Lingard on the right against Palace was maybe to see how you fit in against Chelsea?
It's possible. You never know with Ole. It's possible, but I honestly think Jesse Lingard came on to do a job. Let me be 100% honest. I think he came to do a job, but it's possible with Ole. He does these types of things all the time. He did it against Tranmere. Everyone was like, why is he playing a back five against a small team? And Ole was there like, it's all a part of my master plan against Liverpool. So you never know with Ole. You never know. He's that kind of manager who likes to who always, like I always say this about Oli, he seems to be the kind of manager who loves having multiple options and he loves testing those options out in easier scenarios before. Like, as reckless as some people think Oli is, I don't think he's ever tried something we've never seen before once off against a big team. You know, it's always been, except for the diamond formation against Everton. But even then, we had like a 1 week break. So he was clearly working on it in the training ground. So you never know. But I think, look, whatever your opinions are of Jesse Lingard as a player on or off the pitch, you know, that's your opinion. You can make your own mind up. I think he's done at Manchester United. But the reality is he is a part of our team. And if he's not going to play in a semi-final game against another English team in a trophy that doesn't really matter as much as top four, when is he going to play? Yeah. When is he going to play? So I think whatever your opinions are of these players, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing them because it's just the thing is, whatever happens, we'll learn about Manchester United. We can either be sat here after the Chelsea game going, you see Ed, this is why you need Sancho and Grealish because your bench is not bloody good enough. Or maybe we'll see them pull something out of their asses, you know. It might take Pogba a couple.
It wouldn't surprise me if our second team somehow won that game, and then all of a sudden it looks good.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, shall we get to the predicted?
If we play the team that started against Norwich, I don't know if we could win in the manner that we played. Yes, maybe we'll play on the counter more in this game, but then in the manner we played against Norwich, it would be worrying.
It would be, but like I said, we've beaten Chelsea before with that team, so we'll see. We'll just have to wait and see. Let's see that predicted SI. I'm scared. I'm scared to see what this predicted SI looks
So
like.
if we play this team, I don't think we're gonna win. I'll just be honest with you straight now. If we play this team, we're not gonna win.
Look, I think Mata in the middle, no. Mata on the right, maybe. But I think it could work. I really do. And the reason why I think it could work is because the evidence in the past is there. By the way, I think Maguire will start, not Lindelof, because...
Yes, I know. I'm just putting
Captain England.
Captain England. I have a dream that one day Maguire will get it.
Maguire's not resting.
Unless Williams is back, or... Sure.
I don't think they'll be back. And even if they are back, I wouldn't play them.
Yeah, the thing is... I think Foster Mensah played well against Palace, and Oli will want to reward him because Oli's that kind of manager. You work your way into his team, and I think he gives you as many chances as he can because you earned it.
Yeah, and I think Rashford will definitely play because there is no one else really there, and I think it'll either be Pogba doesn't play. I think Bruno will play. I think one of those two.
I have a feeling Pogba and Bruno are gonna start. Maybe not play the whole game, but I feel they're gonna start.
Possible. I don't care who starts as long as 11 of those players are not the same as the ones who played against Palace.
Yeah, like if I seen this team on Sunday, I'll be like, it is what it is.
I think I disagree with this lineup because I think Matic will start. I think Matic was rested against Palace for this game. I don't think Matic was injured or took a knock. So I think Matic will start, which is a good thing. It's a great thing when we're playing the second team. I think Matic will start. I think James will start, and Matic will play a lot of long balls to James on the right-hand side. And I think it will be like Matic, Mata, and Bruno, or Matic, Mata, and Pogba, or Matic, Fred, and Bruno.
I think at least one of them do start. One of Pogba or Bruno do start.
Yeah, I think Matic will start. I think one of Pogba and Bruno will start, and I think Fred or Mata will definitely start. But or you know what, actually. McTominay could start as well, but I don't see it because, changing a player's roles game by game is not really a good thing for the player's development. So I definitely do think Matic will start, and I can see Fred playing in this game because I trust Fred.
Yeah. I can see the attacking line, but I can see that attacking line with Igalo, Rashford, and James. But I can also see our first team midfield starting, but not play the 90 minutes.
I'm going to be honest and say I don't think Delo's going to play because I don't think Oli trusts Delo. The fact that he chose Foster Mensah over him against Palace says a lot. Yeah. Like, everybody talks about Oli being a PE coach. Well, that was ruthless, blood. You'd rather pick someone who hasn't played in a year over you. Yeah, that's ruthless.
But I'd be worried. If Fasu and Delo start and they're going against Willian and what's his name again? Pulisic, you.
That's what I said.
Okay. If Willian gets a contract extension, he wouldn't play properly. If Willian gets a contract extension, he won't play well. If Willian is still fighting for his contract, then he'll play well. You know, Chelsea fans back me up. Willian only plays well when he's running out of contract. But when he has his contract, then he puts his feet up and he's comfortable.
What can I say? Let me not get involved. I'm not a Chelsea fan.
Dude, Willian's whack. Dude, Chelsea fans know that Willian is whack. They think Willian is whack not because Willian's a bad player, but because he's inconsistent. And trust me when I say this, go watch Chelsea's games. Willian only plays well when there's drama going on behind the scenes. And there's a chance that he might leave the club. Like, Willian wasn't playing well last season. And he's playing well all of a sudden.
Consistent. He's
one of those players. He's one of those players. Dude, as soon as his contract's running out, all of a sudden. He's one of the best Brazilians in the world. And then as soon as he gets his bloody contract, he's back to old, boring as Willian. But I don't know. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I look. I don't think there is much more else to talk about this game, man. I really don't. I think it's a dead game. From a United perspective, I really don't care. I want us to win the FA Cup for the players' confidence, but I really don't care beyond that. Like, I've got no problems if we lose on Saturday because my priority is top 4. Sorry?
How horrible would you guys feel if you finish 5th, Chelsea finished 4th, but we beat them 4 times this season?
If we won the FA Cup and won the Europa League, that would be my preferred route anyways, because I don't think we deserve top 4 after our start. So if we won the FA Cup and won the Europa League, happy days for me.
Yeah,
happy
like
days.
some
I couldn't give two shits about making top 4 if we
Champions
won the
League
Europa.
by winning Europa League. I'll take that any day of getting top 4.
Yeah, like what? Who's gonna banter us? Arsenal fans? Well, you bloody can't win the Europa League even if you tried. Even if you spent 500 million on that bloody squad, you still couldn't win the Europa League. Spurs fans, you don't win trophies. You can't even win the Carabao Cup. Shut up. You never win in the Europa League in a million years. Chelsea fans, oh wow, you beat Arsenal in the final 3-0. Well, we beat you to make it to the FA Cup final, hypothetically if it happens, and we beat you in the Carabao Cup. And wow, you made 4th in one of the Premier League seasons with the worst points tallies ever. Wow, look at you. Like, get out. If we win the FA Cup and win the Europa League, that's my preferred scenario because those are 2 trophies that will help us instill a winning mentality in this team. And ultimately, we came bloody close to making top 4 from the position we were. We came bloody close. In January, we were never making top 4. And then all of a sudden, Bruno came into this team and we went on a 19-game unbeaten streak. Like, I'm bloody proud of that as a United fan. I know opposition fans will be opposition fans. They love to see United fail, you know, and we love it. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I love it, the United fan. I love having the chip on my shoulder. I love having the haters barking because I know one day I'm going to be there lifting the trophy and I'm going to tell them to shut up. But it won't happen because
I think opposition fans are scared. Yeah, I think they genuinely are scared of United's first.
They don't want us to make it to the top, bro, because they know what it was like under Fergie. They don't want they don't want it, bro. So, you know,
and it's very clear to see the potential of the club.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, I wasn't bantering when I told that Chelsea fan who came on the show last week. We will make top 4. We have beat Crystal Palace. We did not lose to Southampton. We have not lost a game since December. We will make top 4. We will beat West Ham because on our day, with our 11, there is no logical reason why West Ham should win unless an error happens. We will beat Leicester on the last day unless the only way I can say it's bottling against Leicester is if we need to win that game to make top 4. But even then, I still back my team because I'm confident.
Yeah.
If Chelsea lose to Liverpool, we will leapfrog Chelsea and we will be 3rd. And I'm saying that with a straight face. In the FA Cup, if we play a blended team, we can beat Chelsea because we beat them 3 times before in the past with a team that's nowhere near the team we have right now, in a time where everybody thought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a PE teacher and he wasn't the right man for the job. So you can say what you want about the league table at the moment, but at the end of the day, we're only 1 point behind you. And the funny thing is, Chelsea has lost more games than us. Like, that's embarrassing, ain't it? Not only have you lost more games than us, but your goal difference is worse than ours. So if we were level on points at the end of the season, you ain't making top 4, baby. We in Leicester making top 4. So, like, you guys just relax. Watch the space, you know. You don't have to take my word for it, you know. Because at the end of the season, don't say mystic Mark didn't tell you. We will make top 4. And that is not arrogance, my friend. That is confidence, because there is enough evidence to back it up. I would have never been saying this in December, but times have changed. We will make top 4. We will. I don't know about winning the FA Cup, but we will make top 4. And I hope we do win the Europa League for our sake.
I really want. That's the one trophy I want.
If we got all 3, that would be amazing.
That would be. I mean, we would have won more major trophies than Liverpool. Delusional Liverpool fans will tell you the Super Cup and the Club World Cup actually count. But in reality, they only won the Premier League. We won the FA Cup and the Europa League. That's a continental trophy and a domestic cup. Yeah, embarrassing. Imagine your greatest achievement in 30 years is less than a team that's in 5th place. Embarrassing. Really embarrassing.
When you won the Europa League and the Cup, it's like when you won the Europa League and the Carabao Cup a few years ago under Mourinho, and then City fans were saying that a better season because they finished 4th.
Oh yeah. It's comical. It's hilarious. The amount of prestige people place on the Premier League, yet certain teams couldn't win it for 30 years. But anyways, I'm done being loud. I'll see you, every opposition fan who listens to this podcast. I hope you're here after the West Ham game. I hope you're here after the West Ham game, and I hope you're here after the Leicester game. Please tune into the show after the Leicester game, please, because most of my close friends will tell you, I'm not a loud football fan. I'm only loud when I need to be. And I'm only loud when I feel like there's enough reason. When Fergie left in 2013, people called me crazy when I said we wouldn't win anything for a long, long time. Because the evidence was there. Moyes was crap. And I knew we were going to go and hire some has-been manager. And then sack him because he's not good enough. And we're going to hire another has-been manager. And then sack him. I never knew we were going to sign Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I never saw that coming. But we did. And I hope it works out. We're 19 games unbeaten, and I think I have more than enough reason right now to be confident. And I hope, and I pray, that's my only wish for the season. I hope and I pray that an opposition fan is listening to the show after the Leicester game. Because I'm going to tell you, I told you so in the most annoying fashion you've ever heard the words I told you so. But enjoy the rest of your day. And
score prediction.
Oh, sorry, score prediction. I got a little bit carried away then. Score prediction.
Like I said, it's going to be a tough game. And if we do play that blended team, I really don't expect United to win this game. But, I'm a United fan, so I think if we do somehow win it, we're going to win it by a very close margin. So either like a 2-1 or 1-0.
It won't be 1-0. It's going to be a 2-1 in extra time.
I agree. I think it's very unpredictable.
Chelsea are going to score.
Yeah. I also think it's going to go like that. Extra time, 2-1.
I mean, if they don't play Giroud, actually, they might not score like they failed at the Stamford Bridge. If they don't play Giroud. But anyways, our defense is not the same as it was.
It depends on what team we're playing. It's very hard to predict this game considering the context around it.
The thing is, okay, yeah. I think the only thing that matters with regards to Chelsea scoring is our back four, to be honest. Chelsea fans, I'm saying this with a straight face. You guys played against us when we didn't have Pogba and Bruno, and we still managed to keep clean sheets against you multiple times because our defense is just that good. Bruno Fernandes came to Manchester United and he transformed them great, but he didn't improve our defense. Our defense has always been one of the best defenses in Europe this season. So I trust my defense, and I think if you guys don't play Giroud, you're screwed in terms of goals. Especially if Maguire and Lindelof start, you're screwed because you guys were in your own backyard with your fans and you still couldn't score. So imagine when there's no fans in an FA Cup semi-final, when you've got Liverpool next week.
Really, the only Chelsea player that always means Pulisic.
Yeah.
I think Mount's been playing really well recently, but what do I know? I don't watch Chelsea.
I think
why would you watch Chelsea?
He hasn't scored a lot of goals. There's a lot of injuries haven't helped him, but I think they have a top player there.
Yeah, Pulisic is a top player. Yes.
I was going to say something, but I don't want to get bantered if we lose on Saturday. So it's okay. I'll save what I was about to say after the game. Besides, anyways, I kind of besides the one Chelsea fan that I was speaking to that said Kovacic, Kante, and that other guy in their midfield is better than Pogba, Bruno, and Matic. Besides that guy, Chelsea fans are generally cool, So No, got no problems with that club. If it was Arsenal, on the other hand, I'd be bantering them so hard even after the game, regardless of the result. But anyways, enjoy the rest of your weekend and the rest of your day whenever you listen to this, and peace out.